Welcome to this edition of CRPA News. Today I'm sitting with Sheriff Tom Bosenko of Shasta County, having an interview with him about what it's like to be the Sheriff of Shasta County and why he's seeking re-election. Thank you for being on the show today, Tom.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Why are you running for another term as the Sheriff of Shasta County?
Well, I've been in Shasta County for 39 years serving the citizens of Shasta County and 12 years serving as their sheriff, and I enjoy the county. But there's still a lot of work to be done. We're facing issues like need for more jail beds. We need more deputies on the streets, and we have to address the issues of homelessness and drugs in our community. And I'm the person to do it with my knowledge, experience, and education and working relationship with local government officials and at the state level as well.
You just brought up something that we've been hearing from sheriffs throughout the state, the need to get more people to join the sheriff's department. What are some of the things that you're facing in trying to get more men, women, or people of different backgrounds to join your force?
It's difficult for recruiting statewide, and I hear that time and time again at our sheriff's meetings. But part of it is the negativity that we're seeing nationwide aimed towards law enforcement. The other part is working shift work and holidays. And the other part is sometimes it involves low pay, especially in Shasta County, where we're competing with many other agencies that pay a lot more. And then we're seeing, of course, in people's backgrounds of maybe some recent drug use, and we see that in the socialization of marijuana and some of the other recreational use of other drugs that prohibit them, young men and young women, from becoming peace officers.
What is your take on the shall issue portion of having a CCW in your county?
We're pretty close to shall issue now. It's based upon the discretion of the sheriff or chief, called the issuing authority. And in Shasta County, my good cause is self-defense, defense of others, and to comply with the law. It's that simple, and it's pretty easy for law-abiding citizens to obtain their concealed weapons permit in Shasta County.
As a sheriff's candidate and as a sitting sheriff running for re-election, what are some of the things that you would want gun owners in Shasta County to know about you?
Well, they know that I'm a staunch supporter of the Second Amendment and the CCW process. Since becoming sheriff, we started with about 2,200 permits in Shasta County, and now we're approaching 10,000. We're one of the top issuing CCW counties in the state, and the only counties that exceed Shasta are those counties with over 1 million population. I serve on the board of directors for the California Rifle Pistol Association, and also Gun Owners of California I work closely with there. And I have been very fortunate, and I'm honored to have the endorsement of the California Rifle Pistol Association and the Gun Owners of California, and just received notice today of the endorsement of the National Rifle Association with an A+ rating. I work tirelessly at the legislative level, staying in touch with legislative representatives from these gun organizations. And I head up a group of about 35 like-minded sheriffs that I also share information with on legislative matters that impact us as law enforcement, but more importantly, our citizens in each of our counties, what we're seeing in coming out of Sacramento.
Congratulations on all those endorsements. They're well-deserved. One of the things that we've also been talking with sheriffs up and down the state about, and I'd like to ask you, is obviously there have been laws enacted that make it very complex for the next generation, being families and youth, to become engaged in the shooting sports. What are some of the things you as a sheriff or your department are trying to do to help that next generation learn about gun safety, but also take, and be active in those sports?
Well, within the sheriff's office, we have literature for people coming in with, like, usually renewing or getting their CCW permit. We have literature there that they can take home with them. I was a 4-H leader many years ago, and 4-H has a great shooting sports program, as well as the Boy Scouts of America, both great organizations to learn that, as well as in also getting information out about hunter safety courses. All of those are very good things for the next generation. And then, of course, trying to protect our rights against anti-gun laws that can affect our children and our children's children. And that's where the CRPA comes in helping protect the rights of our citizens and its members tirelessly.
Do law-abiding gun owners make society safer?
Absolutely. A well-armed society is a protected society, and it's a free society. And time again, Normally, we do not see it in the national media, but we do see where law-abiding citizens either protecting themselves, protecting neighbors, and in some instances, helping law enforcement in the event of a crime. The issues nationwide are not law-abiding citizens and law-abiding gun owners. It's about trying to control the criminal and those issues, people with mental health and other issues that are impacting society. And I think that's where our legislature should make its focus, is on the criminal element, rather than focusing on releasing them from prison and making our laws watered down to where they're not doing the time where they should. And we're seeing that often of laws coming out of Sacramento that are basically decriminalizing our penal code and our justice system.
Women are the fastest growing part of the shooting sports community. What are some of the things that you as sheriff are doing to try to support women, both possibly coming in to become a law enforcement member, but also at large in the community to take part in it? Because obviously it's been more male-centered historically, and now we have more women coming into the sport.
We are actively recruiting for young men and women to participate in the sheriff's office, be hired. That could be anything from a records clerk to a cook in our jail to a correctional deputy or even a deputy sheriff. We're always looking for qualified individuals committed to the profession and committed to serving our citizens. In Shasta County, many of the gun instructors offering CCW classes are now putting up women-only classes, and it's a good way for the women to come into the class and maybe not feel intimidated with many parts of the men in there. I like to come out and visit the classes, converse with the classes, and they have a chance to ask me directly certain questions. They may be gun-related, it could be crime-related, or any questions they ask, and I do enjoy answering those questions and interacting with the students on many occasions.
Thank you. And one of the things I always enjoy about talking with you, Tom, is the fact that you are a hands-on sheriff. You actually don't just sit in an office in your building. You're out working with the people of your community, and I commend you for that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you would want the people of Shasta County to know about you as a sheriff as we come up on this election?
Well, as you said earlier, I am a hands-on sheriff. I enjoy being out in the community. I'm involved in many community organizations, and that's just not for community service, but I like to interact with the public, see them on a one-to-one basis. I'm available. I'm also take great concern for our county as well, as there are many issues facing our county. And this is a time of many challenges, but this is also a time that you need that experience, the knowledge, the relationships that have been built with other government officials and with law enforcement. And I'm that person to continue to move Shasta County forward and to protect our citizens and improve our safety.
Thank you, and we ask that you come out and vote on June 6th for Sheriff Tom Bosenko.